Yes, good afternoon, early evening. We're back with another episode. There's four big happy grins on the panel. So you probably guessed it. Arsenal have won another game. Let's just get through the intro video and then we're going to start. Yes. Good afternoon, people. Some would say early evening, but the sun's so hot outside, it feels like afternoon to me. We're here. It's the Armoury TV. We're back for the reaction. Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2. I'm joined by a great little panel here. We got Gunner King. You saying, brother?
I'm all good, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Such a contrast
Great
from last
result
year.
performance today, man.
100%. We got Brenny in the building. What you saying, bruv?
Yeah, all good. Wow, yeah. 6 points, not complaining.
And James, how you keeping, bro? You all right?
Yeah, man. Been a while. Yeah, man. I'm good. Excited. I've been feeling like this for a long time. So it's nice to see us performing well. Good game overall. A bit sloppy in patches, but yeah, man, we performed. And Jesus turned up looking like a proper number 9.
I hear that. Yeah, we were on fire. So the game was fast, out the blocks. And Leicester had the first chance. Xhaka getting robbed in possession and Fofana bursting through and kind of showed glimpses why Chelsea are caught in him. But then after that, Martinelli probably knocked 20 million off his price tag. So, King, what was your thoughts kind of first 15 before the first goal? It was quite an equal game. So, yeah, what was your thoughts on it?
I wasn't nervous. Because I'll tell you why. Like, I think defensively we looked very good in the last game against Palace. So, okay, yeah, we conceded 2 goals today. Saliba scored an own goal. Not ideal, but yeah, I mean, I just for that reason, just how we performed in like the last game defensively, I wasn't nervous, and I think we took control of the game after that chance. I think that chance woke us up a bit, like shook us into life. So yeah, man. Look, I think we have to do better. I think against better teams, that could be all it takes, to go ahead, and then that completely changes the mentality of the team. So yeah, I still think yeah, we're a work in progress, but yeah, I think I like the fact that after that we showed the resilience to kind of take more control and dominance of the game after that.
Yeah, no, definitely. As I said, it was an exciting first half. Brenny, thoughts on the kind of opening exchanges? Again, was you as confident as King, or because again, you look at Leicester's results and what's going on this season, you think, they're teaming on the decline. But I looked at the 11 and I thought that's still a good 11. Like it's still a good team they're putting out there. So, kind of, what was your thoughts? Kind of first 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, we started off very well, and from what I've seen, obviously there was that error from Xhaka, but nothing came of that, thank God. But before the start of the game as well, I feel just like GK, felt the same way. I said we was going to win this game. I know, like yourself, predicted 3-1, and I just felt so good. I was speaking to three Arsenal buddies of mine. They were at the game today. Saw them earlier on, and they were confident as well. They were super confident. They said we've not felt this like this in years. So, but I was very. I never saw the first goal. I saw the second, third, fourth goal. Never saw the first goal, but we just looked in control, and yeah, we had those you know, we had those errors, and as the season goes on, we'll cut those out, and you'll see more
Yeah.
clean sheets, I'm sure. But I was very, very impressed with. I thought everybody put in a shift today, regardless. You know, from
Yeah.
what I, you know, at the front line. Oh man, that's our front three. That's the front three for the season for me. Yeah, I know at times they'll be rotated, but that front three, oh my goodness, it's only going to get better.
You know, I hear that. I hear that. And Brezzy, welcome to the stream, bruv. Yeah, what was your thoughts on the starting 11 when you saw it? Was you expecting to see that, or was you expect to see anybody else in that first 11?
No, that was pretty much the 11 that I was thinking that we were going to go with. I think with Ben Wright at right back and Sleever obviously at centre back. I think there's no point rushing Kieran Tierney and Tomiyasu back. We done that last season, and it was out even for longer, even with Park as well. So it was good that we didn't. We've got the depth now to rotate a decent level. But the game was cracking though. It was actually a really good game.
Yeah, and you know what, fair play to both teams to go at it like that in that heat. Kind of credit to the team behind the team to get these boys fit and ready to go and firing, because it was not the only, it was an intense game, and that was some serious heat out there. But let's move on. Let's get to the first goal. James, absolute peach by Jesus. And yeah, talk me through it. What you saw of it, the build-up play, like
yeah, man,
finish.
I don't know. It was good. It's one of those where I don't know. I was, as I said, I've been raving for Jesus for a while. Like when Aubameyang wasn't looking like he was staying in the team November time. Like this is the guy I wanted to do a swap deal plus cash for, and he's just showing his qualities. I hate City didn't play with a number 9, so you've got a second number 9 or second fiddle. And I feel like today he proved that, and what a stunning finish that is. Like you have to be top quality to pull that out of the bag.
Yeah.
And I mean, me and Steph have a bet going on for charity as well that Jesus gets 20 Prem goals this season. So I mean, he's 18 away. So I'm a very happy man. So yeah, man, I'm buzzing. Great goal, great finish.
I think you should be confident with that. If he stays fit, I think you should be quite confident he's going to get that. Hassan's saying 30 goals and assists. Again, if you include all competitions, I think that's very doable.
He got 4 goals and assists today. So he got 2 goals and assists.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's well on his way. But yeah, what about you, King? What do you think of the goal? Like, very, very little backlift. There was no space. Do you know what I mean? He's just, I don't know if he's seen the keeper off his line or if it's just instinctual, but what a finish.
Let me tell you what I've got to say, yeah. The rivals, yeah. The rivals are absolutely going to hate me taking the words, yeah, that they threw in our direction. They're going to hate me taking those words and shoving them back down their throats this season. Let me tell you what those words were. The backup striker to a team that doesn't even use a striker. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Sorry. This backup striker to a team that doesn't even use a striker has more goal involvements than any player in the Premier League so far this season. Yeah. So, listen, we heard your nonsense. Yeah. City's reject, they're cast off. Yeah. And what did I turn around and say to them? Yeah. One man's trash can be another man's treasure. Yeah. And this is the thing. Haaland played today as well. You know, he's got 2 goals, 1 assist in 2 games. Yeah. So, look, he's going to be right up there until the end of the season. He's going to be right up there competing with the top level strikers of this league. And that was a marker, that was the warning that everyone needed to heed. Yeah. Like we are not here to play this season. Yeah. We scraped being in a top 4 race with no striker of pedigree last season. And now we've got Jesus. This is what people need to accept. Yeah. He didn't play at City. That didn't mean he was a bad player. That's what we've been saying. It just meant that the way that Pep wants to play, his system, he didn't for some reason Pep thought he didn't fit it. But he played in so many of the big games last season and contributed over numerous seasons. He's turned up so many times in important moments. And that bit of class in the first goal really showed. He wasn't even looking at the goal.
Yeah.
Barely any backlift.
Yeah.
He's imagining where the top bins is as he's looking down at the ball and picking it out. This is something only pedigree can do, man. Only class can do that. And
Yeah, no,
I'm just excited. I'm excited.
Definitely.
And as I said, I'm going to reiterate, rivals are going to get so bored of me taking those words, yeah, and throwing them back in their face, yeah. Just remember what you said to me, yeah. Remember, because I remember, yeah. None of us was forgetting, yeah. None of us.
I hear that. Let's move on to the second goal, because they said the first goal was beautiful. And if you haven't seen it, you're in for a treat on Match of the Day tonight. But Brezzy, second goal, set piece, Vardy with the assist for Jesus. But does that show you the other side of Jesus, where he doesn't just score the pretty ones? He's alert in that box, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for the fact that he, like, even after that, when they was in the second half, he was in that box. He was trying to find for every ball. He was trying to poach, and it was what we needed. How many times have we been struggling to get a goal in the box or from a set piece? And the fact that he can do a clean up. So if the ball gets recycled, he can get it and they can put it into the back of the net. The only thing I would say is that it's not a criticism, but the amount of runs that guy made. If we had another striker or say Martinelli was running with him, especially when he was putting those crosses into the open goal, we could have been 6-7.
Yeah, I'm not against you. We can kind of get onto that at the end if we feel we should have scored maybe more goals in this game. But no, that's all good. That's all good. I agree with you. And I think the one I wish there was a goal. I'm not too sure if you see it, James, when the long ball from Ramsdale. And again, it was that, it's those elements, pieces of the puzzle where it starts coming together. Ramsdale coming in was vital for us playing out the back, but his long passing range last year was good, but we never quite got anything off the back of it. Like, we didn't score from it. And he's picked out a peach for Jesus. Jesus absolutely spanned Evans, and Ndidi, what a recovery tackle that was, because that was odds on a goal. But James, what was your thoughts on that? And does that kind of just show you the process Arteta's trying to build, and it's just taken a little longer than one season to get it, but now you're kind of starting to see the pieces of the puzzle come together?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last season with Martinelli. There was always that ball from Ramsdale over to Martinelli, and Martinelli's really good at picking the ball out of the air. And I feel like that's why we were looking at a bigger striker, some potentially, to do that. And now Jesus offering that as well. We have two of those players that can just get it, trap it, go. And especially with the dynamism of Saka, who's very good at either 1v1ing or taking it on. So when Ramsdale kicks it, he's past the fullback and he's already there. Like, he knows where it's at. And I think, as Brenny said, that just the fluidity and having that front three that just offers so much. There's so much within. Saka can play left wing. Jesus can play right wing. Martinelli can play striker. Like, it's not one dimensional. You've seen them all across the span of that quarter of Leicester, where when I was trying to look at it, because obviously Sky and BT weren't streaming, so the quality of the streams I was using was not as high as it normally is. I'm trying to figure out who it is, so sometimes I can't see the number, so I'm looking at the build-up player and I'm like, right, okay, it's Jesus, and it turns out it's just a different player. It's Martinelli, it's just a completely different player, and you're just like, why are you there? But you don't mind it because of how fluid we are. And I just think having Jesus, another outlet where Ramsdale can just go, you know what, screw playing through you, screw the build up. I'm just going to launch it, and we're just going to be there. And I mean, the control that he did on his head, and I just feel like the spin as well. I felt so bad today that Jesus didn't get his hat trick, because my word, did he deserve it? Like, some of the moves he was doing, especially when he turned the defender. Serious players, man. It's just, yeah.
No, I think we're all in agreement with this guy. He just looks unbelievable, and the only, not saying negative, it was he didn't get the hat trick. He had the open goal at the end where he missed, and they had another chance where the football, him and Martinelli, cut Leicester to shreds, and keepers made a good save. But off the back of that, you look back at it, Gunnar King's touched on it, 2 goals, 2 assists in the game. What more can you want from your centre striker? Do you know what I mean? Brenny, is is he almost? Would you say? I'm not going to compare him to Henry, but we've had some great strikers in the past. Henry, Van Persie, like I say, from Henry days. Do you reckon he can be up there with one of the better we had since Henry's gone?
Oh yeah, 100%. And even before Henry, I said this already. Ian Wright, he's got that same hunger, that same determination that Wrighty had. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and what he brings to this team is a lot more than the strikers we've had in recent years. Barring Alexis Sanchez, oh yeah, we knew what he was about. We knew what he did for us. But yeah, I mean, this guy when I learned that he was coming, I said to people, we've got a good player in our hands. And like, no, you haven't. He's not all that. But yeah, he doesn't do anything for City. I said, yeah, but does he? Did he play all 38 league games for City last season? No, he didn't. He didn't. And when he comes in, he does a job. If he doesn't score, he'll assist. So he you know, he works his socks off. He worked his socks off for City. So I knew it'd be the same for us. And I think what's been great for us is that with this guy, the front three, I should say. Can you imagine it if we hadn't got Jesus yet, and that was Nketiah, Martinelli, Saka? Yeah, we probably still would have won the 2 games. Who knows? But I'm just so glad we got him in for pre-season so he can gel with the lads.
yeah,
And they gelled in America. So because of the fact that they gelled so well in the US, we just knew it was going to come to fruition here.
yeah. Do you know what? It's quite funny you say that because he didn't score last week, and I didn't hear anybody say a word to like, oh, Jesus didn't score. It's kind of like everyone knows it's coming in the next game or the game after. It's not, some strikers can go on that run where it's like, when are they going to score their first goal? No one even batted an eyelid that he didn't score last week because I think we're all in agreement. I think rival fans now understand how good that bit of business was because there's not much strikers out there. We're seeing Chelsea at the moment really trying to find someone. United were trying to get Sesko, a 19-year-old kid, where you never know what you're going to get from him straight away. So, and he's gone to Leipzig now, but obviously not moving until next year. So there is a real shortage of strikers. So I'm just happy Edu and Arteta got that one done very early. And we can talk about this guy all day because, again, he was involved in both the third and fourth goal. But before we get to that, let's talk about the penalty decision that was overturned by VAR. Brezzy, was that rightly or wrongly overturned for you?
Rightly. He didn't touch him. Or even if he did, he came back and he was like this. So, and I think Vardy was trying to make more of a situation than it actually was. It wasn't a penalty.
100%.
Yeah, you all in agreement? There's no penalty for you?
It wasn't a penalty.
Yeah. King, I think you're muted, mate.
Yeah, when I saw it in real time, I thought penalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it looked ominous. You know what I mean? The way they came together. But when I saw the replay, I don't know how Vardy hasn't got a yellow card there for diving as well.
Yeah,
I think there was looked like there was a little bit of contact, and I think it was the same as the Jesus one where it was Amate kind of took a swipe, and I think that one was more of a penalty than the
way more of a penalty
than the Vardy one. Yeah, but I think it was maybe there was a little bit of connection with the arm. I'm not too sure, but it was definitely not enough to go down.
If you look, you see his foot raising up to take Jesus to the floor.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I think we're all in agreement. I think the referee came to the correct decision, and that's where VAR's used correctly, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? I can see why the referee gave it at first instance because it was Vardy's not slow, so and it looked like there was a coming together. But I've got to applaud Ramsdale for actually realizing he couldn't get there, still closed the angle down so Vardy couldn't shoot, but didn't commit himself in order to give away a foul. So yeah, fair play to Ramsdale. But let's get to their goals. First one, own goal by Saliba. Do you think he bad mistake or just unfortunate? I'll go to you, James.
I don't know. I felt like he could have done more. I understand where he's coming from, and he needed to intercept the ball. And that's not what I'm blaming him for. I feel like there was ample time to hit it wide of the goal. Again, it's unfortunate because he played really, really, really well throughout the game. That was the only time where he's done the right thing. It's just not paid off for him. So I don't feel like it's justified me criticizing him. because I feel bad doing it because he's for the past 2 games he's done really, really, really well. Maybe there could have been a bit more communication between him and Ramsdale. I don't know. Ramsdale seemed to be coming out for it. That's why I felt like he was a bit out of position, because if he stayed back, he probably could have covered the front post a bit better. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those where, as Wenger said, playing young players, they're gonna need to make mistakes in order to get better. And it felt like that was one of the mistakes he needed to make, or he did make. But what was great to see is the reaction from the stadium once he was on the ball again, once we reset the play. That's probably one of the loudest cheers I heard throughout the game. Is the first time William Saliba touched the ball again after the own goal, is we were really backing him, and it was nice to see that the crowd was behind him.
Yeah, even when the ball went in the back of the net, the crowd cheered him. Do you know what I mean? No one got on his back, and again, the rest of the team rose up and said, "All right, you've made a mistake, but you've bailed us out plenty of times in the last 2 games. Let's now bail you out." So again, for me, I'm like, "Oh God, 2-1, please!" And within I think it was a minute 40 seconds, we're back. We've got the 2-goal lead again, and yes, keeper should be doing better, but again, it just, you hear commentators say the ball's is a magnet for some players in the box, and that's Jesus, isn't it? Like, he just doesn't stop. And Xhaka had the easy kind of task of just rolling it into the empty net. Don't need to really focus more on that. But let's talk about their second goal. Bit of play down our left-hand side, their right. I don't know if Zinchenko's out of position or where he was pressing, but nice little interchange with Iheanacho and Maddison, and a great strike by Maddison, and it's gone under Ramsdale's legs. King, do you think Ramsdale should be doing better? Or is the error higher up the pitch? I'm not too sure where Xhaka was, and Zinchenko seemed to be kind of in no man's land. So I'm not. Again, I have to watch it back properly. But did you see anything kind of that really stood out to you in that? Or was it again just a good clean strike and Ramsdale can't move his feet quick enough?
I think it's a bit of both. I think when I think Ramsdale will look back at that and be disappointed. But I wouldn't go as far as to say he should do better. Like, for me, I never played in goal, but I find like the way we view goalkeeping is very idealistic. Like, in real time, that's probably a less than a second from when it leaves his boot until when it's in the back of the net. Less than a second. He's hit it that hard. Do you know what I mean? He's hit it hard and true. He's kept it low. And yeah, I think where Ramsdale would have been positioning his feet would have been expecting the guy to pick out one of the corners, expecting Maddison to pick out the corner. I think, like some of the marking on the left-hand side earlier on in the build-up for the goal could have been a bit better. But look, I keep saying this, man. Like, I was doing a TikTok live as well. People came in. All of a sudden, Saliba and Ramsdale and all these defenders this. But look, the reality is they're young players. They're going to make mistakes. It's part and parcel of the game. It's the only way they're going to learn. It's going to be painful in some parts. There's going to be moments where it costs us, but you've got to focus on the not on the here and now. It's in 2 or 3 seasons when they've made enough of these mistakes to know, to have built up that muscle memory to know how to come back from them. So for me, that's the important thing. The important thing really is that we responded when we went down. After both goals, we immediately went back at the other end and got a goal. And that is showing in a different way that the team is maturing. Because 2 or 3 seasons ago, they get back into it at 3-2. They equalise.
Yeah,
maybe even get a winner. Do you know what I mean?
It shows the mentality, like you're saying, because we could easily sit back after going 2-1 down, 2-1 or 3-2. We could easily sit back and think, absorb the pressure, just see it out at 3-2. But the mentality of this team is different now, and I think the belief in the front line is you score 2, we score 4. Do you know what I mean? Because we just went back at them again, got hold of the ball, didn't kick it into Rose Ed and go long. We just kept playing our football, and that's the belief. And yeah, I think again, agreeing with what you're saying, it's that their mentality's changed from last year, and that easily could have ended up 2-2, but we come out 4-2 and comfortable. Yeah, and the fourth goal, James, what was your thoughts on that? Great strike by Martinelli.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good effort. What I rate Martinelli the most for this game was how much he worked. Because I mean, he was after everything, and the reason why we scored that fourth goal is because of the challenge he made in the middle of the park. It was a good finish, tidy from range as well. It's one of those where I feel like it's not hit and hope, but it's a low chance of going in if you're looking at XG, for example. But it was exactly what we needed because it could have been a bit cagey. At times where we were the goal difference has gone from 2 to 1, but we responded perfectly, and it's nice to see that the things from last season in terms of mentality when we were a team where we struggled to get back into games, I guess. It seems like that's improving, at least. We're not dropping our heads as much. We're rallying around each other, and we're actually being like, right, okay, look, you scored one, as Chris said, or I think it was either you or Chris that said, we're just going to score more. And we simply did that today. We simply just went, do you know what? It doesn't matter. We know we're going to score, and we did exactly that. So it was tidy, and I feel like Martinelli's really, really looked sharp so far. He's been on it, and it's nice to see. And I hope that he puts us wrong in the sense of we're crying out for a winger, a right winger, a left winger, whatever it is. But this guy is looking like he's one of the best wingers so far this season in the Prem. And if he continues that, then we might not need to get that 26, 27-year-old player that we're crying out for at the moment. So, yeah.
Definitely. And again, I think in total agreement, his work rate off the ball and winning the ball back was unreal. And as I said earlier, I think he's knocked off 15 mil at least to Fofana, because the way he tore him up in that game was beautiful to see. Even in the first half, where you just dinked the ball over his leg and went, and Fofana had to literally jump on his back. Like, yeah, Martinelli, he's another one. He looks super sharp. And yeah, after that, I think we controlled the game pretty easy after the 4-2. Again, Jesus should have scored. And do you know what was nice? Seeing Nketiah come off, he held 10 minutes and made himself 2 good chances. Like, wasn't expecting him to score, but he made the keeper work. The header, he was offside, but the chance before that, he got in and had a good left-footed shot. And again, this shows to the depth of our squad. And it's kind of a long way from where it was. Do you know what I mean? When you're looking at a bench, thinking, who could you bring on? Look at the subs who came on today: Tierney, Tomiyasu, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah. Like, and do you know what I mean? You just talk about Vieira's missing, and we're still looking like we're in the market for 2 more. Pepe didn't get off the bench, so Brezzy, squad depth, are you like happy with what you're seeing at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if we need to rotate, we can rotate. It's good to see Tomiyasu and Tierney get some minutes after obviously they've been out for quite a while, injured. I do want to see Vieira. I do want to see what he's made of. It's good to see Smith Rowe, and obviously, you know, the fact that he's back from injury. But I think Martinelli, I mean, absolutely, that guy is quality. Can't see with him. But yeah, I mean, squad we're pretty good. I think we need, especially a midfielder. I do think we need a midfielder in the summer, especially we've got Europe, you know, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. But see if we're going to spend the money to get him. Obviously, we've cleared out.
Sorry.
Just saying that obviously we've cleared out quite a few now. So obviously, you know, we've now got the wage bill obviously a bit more down. Let's see if we can get someone in, maybe a Tillemans before them.
Yeah. And I think this is where the ruthlessness comes in of a big club, isn't it? Because I'm not saying Xhaka's played bad at all, not in the slightest. But just the second minute where he just gets pressed, it shows where he's not as comfortable as the others on the ball in them areas. Zinchenko today, under pressure, you can't get near him. He's just in and out of people. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's probably the area we need to improve, is just that centre midfield. And it's not even Xhaka's played very well again today, but it's just to go to the next level, isn't it? And maybe someone who can contribute with more goals, because I've never seen Xhaka so high at the pitch. He had a great effort at the back post. So imagine if you've got someone in the mould of Ramsey in his prime, where you know he's going to contribute 15 goals. If Martinelli's putting up numbers like he's putting up to start with, he's got 2 and 2. Saka on the other side, he scores goals like when he's firing. Smith Rowe, Jesus, we look like now we've got Do you know what I mean? A lot of guys who could contribute. So, King, is that kind of the one area you want to see a bit more not improvement, but another player come in?
Jack was outstanding today. He wasn't just good. He actually was. Like if you watched him, like, you know, he was really helping us tick in terms of maintaining control and possession of the ball. And yeah, like I think defensively he did well as well, just helping us organize our midfield. For me, I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna keep saying I think it was great to see Jesus on the score sheet today. I want to see more of a complete nine coming. I think what that could allow you to do is at times play a complete nine with Jesus coming in off the left-hand channel. And then you don't need to buy a winger. I've said that all along, you know, like, because I think that offers rotation to both Saka and Martinelli on either wing. And it gives us even more of a frightening edge in front of goal. But I still think the priority area is competition for Partey.
Yeah.
I think, you know, if you can get someone that can play as an 8 as well, great. But we've got enough players that can play 8. We've got Zinchenko, Odegaard, Vieira, Xhaka. You know, like El Neni you could put in as an 8. Sambi you could put in as an 8. So for me, it's the more specialized role of Partey that we need to accommodate for when, not if, he gets injured.
And just touching on, I'm in total agree with you. How good is Partey, Brenny? Because he just makes it look so easy at times, and he's just, yeah, I think he's our best player. Like, as much as everyone else is going to get other plaudits, you look at what Jesus done today, Martinelli done today. I'm with King. I don't think this whole thing works if Partey doesn't play in there. I think we look like we drop 2 levels easily without Partey. I think everyone else the odd game we will get. Do you know what I mean? If Jesus misses a game, I think we'll be fine with Nketiah for a game. If Martinelli's not there, Smith Rowe for a game is fine. I think Partey is the one where I feel, yeah, I don't know what we do without him. For you, Brenny, how important is he? And where would you rate him in terms of centre midfielders in the Premiership? Because I think he's right up there, top 5.
I think he's top 3. Probably, you know, top 3, maybe second, maybe top 1. But, you know, if he's injury free this season, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins Player of the Year. That's how, I mean, I rate him so highly, and you know, he is up there, even in terms of Europe as well. He's looking like the player that he was at Atletico, and you know, and for him, you know, what GK just said, it's basically his competition for him, because if he gets injured, yeah, El Neni will probably come in, and I've said already, El Neni does what it says on the tin. He's no party, and he'll work hard. You know, he'll fight like he normally does. But I just feel, yeah, we need another centre midfielder. We definitely do.
Yeah, I hear that. Just news in. I'm not too sure how true it is because I'm not watching it at the moment. But Brentford goal. It looks like Brentford are winning 1-0. Is it? Who scored it?
I don't know who scored, but I've got it on. It's on Sky Sports News at the moment, so I don't know.
Lovely. So, guys, just to let you know, when this is finished, thanks to everyone who's tuned in so far. Make sure we go over to the United agenda.
All the chat they had for us, bro. The backup striker to a team that doesn't even use a striker yet, and De Silva is giving them the brush.
Yeah, he's doing that for us Arsenal fans. He remembers his time at Arsenal, Josh De Silva, and he's done that for us. So, guys, make sure we head over to the United agenda when we're finished. I think they probably are doing a live watch along. So you'll see me in the comments once this is finished as well. It's even better as a De Gea howler. I can't wait to go over there. I can't wait. But yeah, I've lost track of where we were. But yeah, no, Partey definitely is. I think he's our main player at the moment. He's unbelievable. Yeah. But what we do before we wrap up, actually, one question I do have for you, I might move across the whole panel. Obviously, last week against Palace, we had a good 20-minute spell. Then we kind of had to see the game out. And a lot of the talk what I heard from other fans was, yeah, it's a great result. It's a good win against a strong team in Palace, but we didn't play well. Today's the total opposite to me. And what about you, Brezzy? Is this more the performance you expect to see from Arsenal most games? And it's quite nice that we can show we can win both ways. We can win by playing beautiful football, but also we can win by digging deep. So was today more of a kind of great performance from Arsenal and a performance you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, today's performance shows you that even though we go 1-0 down or a goal down, that, you know, our heads don't drop, we raise and then we go again and we can get the goals. And I just think as long as we keep that team consistency, we don't get any kind of major injuries, I think we'll be pretty steady this year. And we've actually got a good goal scorer with Jesus. Martinez getting the goals in. Saka's also doing what Saka does. And we've got Partey and obviously centre mid, and we've actually got a decent back line with Ramsdale. Yeah, this team, I reckon this team, Europa final. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, he's put a big bold predictions. I think we need to leave. Well, not leave it, but I definitely feel we need a gunslingers next week and how high Arsenal can finish, because I think we're all kind of saying, like, we kind of say fourth and third because we don't want to overshoot it, but I'm excited for this team at the moment. I really am, and I know you guys are quite similar, and James definitely, he's been excited for a little while. Again, he missed the glory years, didn't he? So yeah, I think he says this is probably the best Arsenal team he's seen in his life. So it shows we're on the right tracks. But before we wrap up today, because I need to go over to the United agenda, let's do some player ratings. We go one person each. A little bit of we've got a bit more time than normal, so we can have a little bit of a chat about it. And then we'll work our way around. So, Gunny King, you're going to go first. Aaron Ramsdale, what are you giving him? And just give us a kind of a few thoughts.
I'm going to give him a 6.5. I can't really quite give him a 7 because I think there's two things. Like, I think if you look at the penalty that was nearly given, I don't think he needed to come off his line at all.
I think he did. I think he did the right thing for that. You've got to close angles.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you can come off your line, but then like stop like before, you know, like. And I think also if you look at the own goal with Saliba, it's a similar thing. I just think he needs to work on his communication with his defenders in those moments when the ball's being played over the top, because if you look at both of them, they both show that if he had stayed on his line, there wouldn't be an issue with either. Do you see what I mean? Like, so yeah, I feel that's something he's got to work on a bit, yeah. And also, when you look at the second goal, I do feel Maddison did strike it at pace. You know, like, it was always going to be difficult to save, but I'm sure he would feel he could have done better. That he shouldn't have been beaten like that as well. So that's I can't really go with a 7. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's understandable. And again, he didn't really have to make any saves, did he? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like he's pulled. You know, the last time he played Leicester, he's pulled off that worldie where that would overrule maybe what he didn't do as well. And so I don't think he's done anything. I can't remember a save he had to make, to be honest with you. So like you're saying, the little things can make a big difference, isn't it? And again, I think he will probably say the same. From watching him in the Prime documentaries, he's very critical of himself, and he's not a perfectionist, but he doesn't like conceding. So I think he'll probably be angry at himself for letting, especially the second one. It's Brenny. So we're going to go into the right back, Ben White.
Ben White, from what I saw, 7. From what I saw of him, didn't look in any trouble at all. He looked pretty comfortable on that right-hand side, you know. And I think Ben White's done okay in the first 2 games of the season.
I missed your score. What did you say the score was?
Oh, I gave him 7.
Yeah. All right, fair play. I hear that.
Just tidy.
I hear you. Brezzy, you get Saliba.
I'm going to go for, I probably would say, I think a 7. And the reason why I'm going to go for a 7 is because, one, he's young, so obviously I know that the end goals, he's experienced, but I think for what he's done over the course of the 2 games, and I think what he's done in that game for us, I can't give him a bad score, so I would say a 7.
Yeah, I'd again take away the little end goal. He's had a good performance, even his one-on-one defender. Daka's no slouch, and he pocketed him. I haven't seen Vardy so quiet against Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, I think 7's a bit low, but I'll go with yours. Anyone want to give push? Anyone thinks Saliba deserves more than a 7?
I think, yeah, I would say 7.5. Like, I think really, like, the own goal probably took a lot of gloss off of the good that he really did do, especially in the first half, where we were really in control. Every time we were trying to play that ball in behind, sometimes he was stepping out of defence to like intercept the ball and then getting the ball into the final third. Yeah, so I would probably say that. But yeah, I kind of get what Brezi's saying as well.
100%, 100%. Gabriel, his partner is me, so yeah, I think I'll give him an 8. I don't think there's much difference between the two. I just think obviously that own goal by Saliba obviously is just the bad point of it. So you're
2-0.
lying. Let's wrap this up ASAP. I need to get across there, boy. I need to get across there.
These devils are so dead. They're so dead, you know. Dead. I'm on the, yeah. Big up the Man United agenda, bro. See you soon. See you soon, buddy.
Oh gosh, you can see us across there. I might have to jump in on the live stream with them, boy. But
I might have to as well. Should we drop in? Should we hijack it?
Yeah. Let's see if they let us in.
Let's bust some hijack maneuvers, bro.
Let's get through this real quick. So Gabriel, I'm gonna give it 8 to. I think he was good. Let's move on. Zinchenko, Gunner King. Talk to me.
I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
Is that it? King.
I'll stay with here as well.
7.5.
I think okay, maybe an 8.
Wait, let's take it to the panel. Brenny, Brezzy. We'll come back to you, Gunner. You can give us your roundup. But Brenny and Brezzy, what would you give Zinchenko?
Actually, no, yeah, like what? Yeah,
Bro, did you see the flick? When the ball coming, he just left foot, right foot, back heel. Oh my god, he's saucy. Brezzy, come on, give me a score.
the one where he nearly tripped over and he still tackled it to like pass it as well. Yeah. Where he did the left foot, right foot, but he did it behind his back as well.
Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, clearly he's got a hard day. I'm telling you.
Actually, sorry.
We're gonna come back. Brezzy, give me a score. Brezzy, give me a score, and we're coming to you, Gunner, afterwards. Brezzy, just give me a number.
It's probably a 7.5 to an 8.
Oh god, Brenny, number?
I was gonna say 8. He did a number of things, man, going forward as well as in defense. It was just every time he goes forward, it's like something's gonna happen.
Just to say, you guys know, the second goal was a howler from David De Gea as well.
I'm loving life. But yeah, let's get back to Gunner King. So yes, I think we've overruled you. I think we're gonna go 8, Gunner. Go on, give us a little round of Zinchenko.
Let's go with 8. Let's go. We got work to do, bro.
Yeah. Right, we're going 8. We're moving on from Zinchenko. Right, midfield, Partey, Brenny.
Partey, oh man, I have to give this man 8.5. I thought he ran the midfield today, and that's just what he does. You know what I mean? He's probably looking at you and say, "Don't worry, man. I know. Hopefully, you'll come join us." You know what I'm saying?
For real. Brezzy, you got Xhaka. I'm sorry. Sorry, Brenny.
I would give Xhaka an 8.5. I think his all-round play was great. I think obviously over times we can be very critical of him. But I think his goal involvement. He was going box to box. He was making the runs. He was passing the ball quite quickly. He was opening up the channels. He didn't do a thing wrong. So I reckon an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I think I've never seen him make box to box runs like that in behind. Like he found himself the furthest forward at times. So yeah, and I think he got a goal and an assist today, didn't he? He got an assist. So yeah, Eric Too Hard. I'm loving this. Right, we're gonna keep moving. I get
Too Hard. I'm just gonna stop there.
Who have I got? I get Odegaard. Then I'll give him a 7. I think defensively that right side looks stronger, but attacking wise, I think everything's coming down our left at the moment. But Odegaard, he was ticking along nicely, pressing as always. Like can't fault him. But I think him and Saka, especially Saka, was really quiet today actually. But didn't do anything wrong, but just didn't liven up the place. But yeah, I'll give Odegaard a 7. King, you got Saka.
Saka, I'm going to give a 7. I think he was industrious and purposeful with the ball. It didn't quite come off for him today with a few things he did in the final third. I think he gave Jesus a great opportunity to score with a really good cutback. He nearly scored, and then Jesus should have had his hat trick from the rebound, from the save. But yeah, I think he's taking a bit of time to adjust and get into the season. I've got I've got no doubt in my mind, that he will. But he played a lot of games last season, and I think, yeah, like there will be better performances from him. With time.
I think it's quite nice that we're not over reliant and overburdened with him, because there was games like we're not looking great and we're all looking at Xhaka and we're just feeding him, and he's got to keep doing it. And I think it's quite nice that actually he could just be a part of an 11, and it's not Saka's got to be the hero, or do you know what I mean, save the day for us. Like, it's quite nice that he could just be on the peripherals, and like you're saying, he is still making impact from that. But he's probably just. It'd be interesting to look at his touches if he's getting the same amount as what he was getting before. Because I don't think he is, if I'm honest, which is quite nice to take some burden off him. So yeah, I agree with your score there.
The quick thing is
let's
it's
move
on the agenda.
Oh, that's lovely. He can't wait to see me. He'd be happy to see my on your face, Mr. King. So let's move on to Martinelli. Brenny, you've got Martinelli.
I say 9, not just for the goal. It's just his work rate off the ball, everything about him. I can't speak more highly of this guy. He's getting better and better every game. He was outstanding.
I hear that. Cool. And Brezzy, you got Jesus.
10.
Yeah,
fair play. Let's move on to the subs. I think they came on quite late. I would like to see them a bit earlier, but first one, Tierney. Ask me, isn't it? Tierney, yes, solid. I'll give a 7. King, you got Tomiyasu.
Yeah, I'd say he got booked for a needless challenge when someone got the other side of him, but I'll give him a 6.5 to a 7.
I think he made the right choice taking the booking though. Like, they're the ones which I don't. Yeah, no,
but what I'm saying is, like, he still didn't look sharp, like where he's rushed in. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't have had to have given that. A fully fit Tomiyasu doesn't give away that foul. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. I hear you. I agree. Once he gets beat there, then the right thing is to take the yellow. It's like 90th minute, probably not really a chance to get a red now, and again, it stops that counter attack, doesn't it? So it's not a silly foul to give away at that time of the game. If that's first 5 minutes in, it's a different ball game. You can't do it. But yeah, I'm agreeing with you there again. Brenny, who else came on? Smith Rowe.
I'd just say 6 as well. Didn't get enough time to shine, but but his time will come this season.
Definitely. Brezzy, you got Nketiah.
But hard to mark. I mean, he didn't come on for that long. He made a couple of runs. It was quite annoyance for the defense. I'd give him a 5.
5?
Oh, he didn't come on that long. 6 then.
No,
6.
But you needed scored.
He had 2. That's my thing. He didn't have long. I agree with you on that. But it's what the impact he made in 7 minutes.
Okay,
it
7
just
minutes.
shows you, like, it bodes well that actually him off the bench is going to still be a problem for oppositions.
Oh God, yeah.
King, what would you give him?
Yeah, of course.
Tired opposition.
I only done a 5 because of the fact that he was on for 7 minutes. It wasn't the fact that he didn't do anything on the pitch. But
yeah, nah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I hear you. Because again, he didn't get long, but I was just impressed with what he did get through in that. Because again, sometimes you get oppositions and not even touch the ball. So for him to kind of muster up 2 great chances and force 2 good saves, I like that, because and that's what I was seeing from him last year. He was making an impact when he was coming off, when Pepe would come on and you didn't even know he was on the pitch sometimes. So yeah. Right, King, let's move. Everyone give me a score on Arteta today. King, we'll start with you.
10. Just 10. Like, it's just simple. Like, he's getting a 10 today. Like, he stuck with the team. He made a slight nuance change with going with 4 at the back, and I just think he's showing that he's improving these players. Martinelli looks like a man possessed, so he's obviously worked well with him in pre-season. He's getting a 10 for today's performance.
Yeah, fair play. Brenny, you have what you said for Arteta?
I'd say 9.5. He did everything right today in terms of the lineup, and what's impressed me as well is that he's not rushing Tierney back to start. He's not rushing Tomiyasu back to start. Give them the minutes when they're coming on. Give them the minutes, and who knows? And maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, they probably will end up starting games. So yeah, I just think he's doing right by them with the players that are coming back from injury.
And so I had to put that comment on there. I had to put that comment up. They're looking like beginner on FIFA. That's brilliant. Brezzy, what would you give Arteta?
I'm actually going to agree with Gunnar. I think it's going to be a 10. I think we criticise him when he's made things wrong, but he got the starting 11 right. He made the correct subs when we needed to. He done the tactics right. I can't complain. It's 10 for me.
Yeah, I'll give a 9. Again, I'm not saying the 2 goals conceded anything to do with him tactically, but obviously conceded 2. And I think the subs were a bit late for me. And I think a game like that as well, I would like to see Lokonga come in and see how he looks in the 8 in that kind of game. So it's just because if anything happens, then I would like for him to have their minutes under his belt playing in a position rather than it's just he's forced into that another game. So yeah, for that I'll give him a 9. But yeah, I'm more than happy. Stadium looked like it was rocking. Cannon's a lucky devil to get there. I'm not happy. But yeah, no, on that note, anything else anyone want to add? Obviously, everyone who's watching here, let's head over to United Agenda in a second and just share this performance with them. I'm sure they'd be happy to see us. Anyone else want to add anything?
Yeah, just to let you all know, well, it's not Norwich City playing because they got relegated. So it's not Norwich. When you see what the colours that United are wearing, it's not Norwich. It is United.
What colour is their kit?
Green.
They're like yellow, green, yellow,
and green.
Like
that's their Newton Heath colours. So Newton Heath was what United was originally formed from.
You haven't heard the joke, guys. Sorry, GK. It's 3-0 now.
What?
It's 3-0 now.
Shut up.
I'm not lying.
I need to go.
It's 3-0.
All right, lads.
Oh.
I don't want to hear you, man, talking.
Oh, dear.
Wow, what a day. What a day this could be.
Yeah, 3-0.
Don't go anywhere, Daniel. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
First, Ten Hag or Lampard.
Wow.
Ten
TikTok,
Hag
like
in.
I said, Goldberg is blaming the kit on them losing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. You reading that comment? TikTok Lacazette saying Goldbridge is blaming the kit on them losing. He said they can't see each other on the pitch. It comes like the old grey kit that time, innit? So,
Southampton.
Oh dear. Yeah, do you remember the grey kit when they changed it at half time?
Well, Southampton beat them 6-2 or 6-3, something like that.
Something mad. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful
All right,
day. So guys,
don't worry. They got Liverpool at Anfield next week.
Is that where they got next?
Yeah.
No,
That don't make
that
a
could be.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Anything we do, they try and do better, innit? We done 3 games last year. They want to do 4 this year. So.
That's what we got to go in and start with straight away. Yeah, 1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hugs. That's their song, innit?
Yeah.
1 hug, 2 hug, 3 hug.
3 hugs. Oh god, I just seen the goal. That is horrendous, man. That's poor from a set piece. Yeah, they look like a mess. But I'm loving it. Poor Christian Eriksen. He made the wrong choice.
Oh,
But right, on that note, guys, we're gonna wrap up. I would love to. We should just do a live stream of the United match, really. Shouldn't we? But listen, if you ain't doing that, head over to the United Agenda. You'll see me and Got a King over there in a minute.
We're gonna hide that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna film
we're
a
gonna
quick
see.
video.
We're gonna see if they let us in. I don't know if they let us in, but we're gonna see. But on that note, guys, it's another good weekend. Chelsea, Tottenham tomorrow. Someone's got to drop points there. Yeah, it could be another good weekend for us. But yeah, we just keep marching on. And the only disappointment from that whole thing is we've got to wait another 7 days till we watch the Arsenal again. That's my only disappointment. Like I want the games coming thick and fast at the moment. So, but yeah, Brenny, Brezzy, King, it's a pleasure as always. And I'm sure I'll see some of you in the week. Guys who tuned in, thanks very much. And I'll see you at the United Agenda. Peace out.
Take it easy.
Guys.